Great news for the Harry Potter fans here. From the cast returning to how the fans reacted upon hearing this news. Here's everything we know about the Harry Potter and the Cursed Child movie. How did Harry Potter and the Cursed Child come into being? Ever since the Harry Potter film franchise ended in 2011, fans have been begging for more stories about the lovable characters and the interesting wizarding world. And in 2016, their wishes were granted in the form of a two-part sequel to the books, set on stage, known as Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. I mean, those of us who grew up with Harry, Ron, and Hermione love getting glimpses into the wizarding world any chance we get. It's been over a decade since the last Harry Potter film came out, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, and it featured an epilogue scene that made us itch for more. Since then, the Warner Brothers studio has produced 3 prequels penned by J.K. Rowling in what was supposed to be a 5-part spin-off franchise. Unfortunately, due to the lackluster performance of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them: Secrets of Dumbledore at last year's Office, the future of that series looks pretty uncertain at the moment. What's new is that Warner Brothers now owns the rights to the Harry Potter and the Cursed Child play, and the original cast of Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson, and Rupert Grint are now the right age to play their original characters in a sequel. I'd be ecstatic if the Golden Trio returned on screen, and that too played by our favorite original actors. Sign me up. Either way, David Zaslav, Warner Brothers Discovery CEO, has talked about how the OG Harry Potter movies were a money-making machine, and how he wants to focus on franchises in the future. But that's not the future I'm concerned about. What I want to know is when we'll be getting the Cursed Child film.
And in Madame Lestrange's vault as well?
Perhaps to hide you from your enemies and the Resurrection Stone.
A month later, WDW Pro tweeted that the studio's planning to reboot the original movies with a new cast in the next 3 to 5 years. If the reports are true, us Potterheads will be getting a much-anticipated film adaptation of the Harry and the Cursed Child play pretty soon. UK's popular tabloid The Sun has cited sources saying that the studio in charge of the Wizarding World, Warner Brothers, may be mulling over adapting the 2-part play into a film. According to their article, Warner Brothers is looking at how to bring the Cursed Child to the big screen. It's been in their sights for quite some time, ever since the play proved to be a big hit in theaters everywhere. They put this idea on the back burner for a bit because there was so much going on with the Fantastic Beasts series. But for now, a line's been drawn on that, mostly because of the franchise's less than awesome performance at the box office, which is good in a way, because now the studio can head on with full vigor towards developing the Cursed Child film. At the moment, it's in its early stages, and they're discussing how to move forward with it. Unlike the Harry Potter movies, the 3 Fantastic Beasts films have had a pretty uninspiring run. The last film in the series grossed $407 million on a budget of $200 million. This might sound alright, but once you factor in the cost of marketing and promotions, it's not that great. Insiders told The Sun that although everyone wants Daniel Radcliffe, Rupert Grint, and Emma Watson back, so there'll have to be a fully formed script in place before the studio can make them an offer. But while we can still wish upon a shooting star, there's still a lot that we know about the Cursed Child for now. As you all know, the play's written by Jack Thorne and is based on a story by J.K. Rowling herself, the woman who breathed life into our magical universe. The story takes place 19 years after the events of the final Harry Potter book. Harry's now been employed at the Ministry of Magic as the head of the Department of Magical Law Enforcement. That's pretty cool, considering he always wanted to be an Auror. It's pretty heartwarming to see our favorite character achieve his dreams. He deserves it, although he has a pretty stained relationship with his young son Albus Severus. Albus is having a hard time navigating the pressures of being the Chosen One's son. When he decides to disobey his dad and go against his wishes, he ends up changing the course of history, literally. He sets off a chain of events that lead Lord Voldemort right back into the mix.
Did he ever mention hers?
Why should he?
Keep secrets, you tell me.
Yep, that's right. He who must not be named is back. In the Cursed Child story, Albus has made friends with Draco Malfoy's son Scorpius. The play also brings back other characters you might be familiar with, like Hermione Granger, Ron Weasley, and his sister Ginny. A mysterious figure known as the Cursed Child is also introduced. Warner Brothers has its work cut out for it if it plans to adapt the Cursed Child. The play's received critical acclaim for its incredible stage production and magical effects, as well as its stunning set designs. However, it has faced some criticism from viewers and fans because of the fact that the story deviated from well-established Harry Potter lore. Does that mean that fans probably don't want a movie? Fans of the original series and books are wondering whether the Cursed Child story can be turned into a worthwhile movie, especially because the premise simply isn't strong enough.
Well, there's Rowena Ravenclaw's lost diadem.
Oh, bloody hell, here we go.
The Cursed Child is a bit of a painful issue for the wizarding world. Yes, it's an official story by the author of the book series herself, and it's supposed to be canon. True, but a lot of fans pretend it doesn't exist. Why is that, you ask? Well, I'm here to answer all your questions. First of all, Lord Voldemort and Bellatrix, yeah, that's a no-no. Bellatrix held you-know-who in the highest regard. Not only was she married to Rodolphus Lestrange in the books, but she also looked at Voldemort with only respect and reverie. She was obsessed with him, yes, but only in a way a loyal follower would be with their evil cult leader. The entire Cursed Child story revolves around Voldemort and Bellatrix's love child, and many HP fans just aren't willing to accept that. I mean, if I'm being honest, it does sound a bit like a bad fanfic brought to life. The Cursed Child is a story about Voldemort's daughter named Delphi. What's even worse is that in Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, Hermione tells Hagrid that they destroyed the entire stack of Time Turners when they were fighting against the Death Eaters in the Department of Mysteries.
Wait, please! I want to destroy it!
But lo and behold, according to Joe's convenience, the Time Turners are back. In this story, Albus and his best mate Scorpius travel through time quite a bit. Who cares about the consequences when you can peruse through the past, present, or future at your will? The chaotic and impulsive pair end up going back to 1981, when Lily and James Potter were killed. Hold on, wait a minute. Aren't we forgetting something? The house was hidden by the Fidelius charm. Wormtail was the script keeper. Hello, Earth to J.K. Rowling. Maybe she should have taken a refresher course on the Harry Potter lore before she penned this down. Harry Potter and the Cursed Child is a sloppy piece of writing at best, and fans are not excited to see it hit the big screen anytime soon. Fans also don't want to see their idol Harry as a bad father, so I guess there's still a bit of divide over the movie. With that, that's a wrap on everything about Harry Potter and the Cursed Child.